Hi everyone, this is HM&S, video number 77, and you are most welcome for it. While percentage change are heavily used to analyze and compare statistical data over time, percentage points are used when analyzing differences in rates. So in this video, we are going to talk about percentage points. We shall talk about the simple definition of percentage point. We shall also talk about how to calculate percentage point in Excel. And very importantly, we are going to talk about different situations where you need to present your results using percentage points rather than percentage change. Let's switch on to Excel and we dive deeper into how to calculate percentage point. Now, percentage point is the arithmetic difference between two percentages. Percentage point can be abbreviated like this, or you can also write it in full like percentage point. That one is actually to differentiate it from percentage change. Now, in order for us to understand percentage point very well, let's scroll down and we do some examples. I have this information here. Unemployment rate in country X increased from 5% in 2024 to 10% in 2025. I've actually translated the same information in a tabular form here, so we are going to use this table here. Now, because percentage change and percentage points are always confused, we're going to calculate all of them here so that we see the difference between the two. Now, in Excel, sometimes when they're presenting for us the rates, they present it without the percentage sign like this one here. And sometimes they present it with percentage symbols like this ones here. So let's start by calculating the one without percentage sign. So I'm going to click on this cell. We're going to start by calculating percentage change. This is the formula that's used to calculate percentage change. So I'm going to click on this cell and use this formula here to get our percentage change. So I'm going to do equals to the ending value. That one is going to be our rate in the current period. For our case here, that one is the rate in 2025. So I'm going to click on this. Divide by the beginning value. That one is going to be the rate for the previous period. That one is this rate here, then minus 1. Now, to express this one as a percentage, you need to multiply it by 100. But in Excel, instead of multiplying it by 100, you simply need to give it the percentage number format, and that one will actually multiply it by 100, and it will display it with a percentage sign. So I'm going to first of all hit Control Enter, and I need to express this one as a percentage by giving it a percentage number format. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Home tab, then from the number group, this is the number format. So I'm going to click on the drop down arrow for the number format, click, and these are the options for applying the number formats. We also have percentage here. So when I click on it, you can see this cell is now formatted as a percentage. Now I don't want any decimal place here. This one is showing with 2 decimal places. So I'm going back to the Home tab, number group. This is a command that's used to increase decimal places. And this one is a command that's used to decrease the decimal places. So I'm going to click to decrease, so that I show it without any decimal place. So this 100% is showing us that the rate of unemployment in country X increased by 100% in 2025. Let's click on this cell here and we also calculate percentage point. So I'm going to do equals to. For percentage points, you simply need to subtract the rate from the previous period from the one for the current period. So I'm going to do the rate for the current period, which is this one here, minus the rate from the previous period, which is this one. And when I hit enter, you can see it's telling us that it's 5% points. That one means unemployment rate in country X increased by 5% points in 2025. Now, when you're presented with a rate that's having percentage symbols like this is actually how you do it. Let's start by calculating percentage change. So I'm going to click on this cell. We're still going to use this very formula here. So I'm going to do equals to the ending value, that one is the rate in the current period, which is this one here, divide by the beginning value, that one is the rate in the previous period, this one here, minus 1. Now watch what will happen when I hit enter. So enter. You can see for this particular case here, it came when it has already been formatted as a percentage. That's because Excel is actually picking the number format from these two cells here and applying it to this cell here. That's actually one advantage of presenting your data as percentage like this. Now here we're going to calculate percentage points, but I want you to realize something before we do it. What we have seen here has already shown us that when your data is presented with a percentage sign like this, Excel will always pick that percentage number format and apply it to this particular cell here. There's actually a very big chance that it's going to format our cell here also as a percentage afterwards. So remember that one as we do this. So I'm going to do equals to the rate from the current period is this one here, minus the rate from the previous period, which is this one here. And when I hit enter, you can see it's telling us 5%. I told you we are most likely going to get this one formatted as a percentage also. But percentage points are always not presented as percentage like this one. So that means we need to get rid of that percentage sign. So let's do it so that we get to understand it very well. So I'm going to click on this cell. The first thing we are going to do, we're going to wipe away this percentage number format or remove this percentage number format. So with this cell selected, I'm going back to the number group, and then from the number format, you can see it's saying percentage. But when I click on this drop down arrow, general is actually the option that's used to remove any number format. That's why it's saying no specific format. So when I click on general, you can see it has wiped away our number format. So in order for us to get the exact number we want, we need to multiply our number again by 100. So I'm going to click on this cell. I can either double click it to put it in edit mode, or I can use the F2 key to put it in edit mode. I will put this one in bracket, so I'm going to click here, open bracket, click here, close bracket. So times 100. When I hit enter, you can see we are now getting our 5 percentage points. So let's scroll down and we do one more example. Again, we have this information here. The rate of the population of world-class footballers decreased from 20% in 2024-2025 season to 18% in 2025-2026 season. Now I've again translated the same information in a tabular form like this. So let's calculate percentage change first. I'm going to click on this cell and do equals to, we are using this formula down here, the ending value, which is going to be this rate here, divided by the beginning value. That's the rate from the previous season, which is this rate here, minus 1. Now since these rates are presented as percentages, we already know that Excel is going to pick that percentage number format and apply it here also. Let's hit enter, and you can see we are getting negative 10%. That means the rate of the population of world-class footballers decreased by 10% in the 2025-2026 season. So let's also calculate percentage points. So I'm going to do equals to the rate in the current season, which is this rate here, minus the rate in the previous season, which is this rate here. So let's hit enter and we see what's going to happen. So when I hit enter, you can see it's telling us it's negative 2%, but we know that this is percentage points and we do not need it in percentages. So we need to wipe away the percentage number format here. So I'm going to click on this cell, and then from the number group, click on this number format, and then I'm going to click on general. Now after doing that, we need to multiply it by 100. So I'm going to hit the F2 key, and then I'm going to put this one in bracket, open bracket, and then close the bracket. So I'm going to click here, and then times 100. When I hit enter, you can now see that we are getting our negative 2 percentage points without the percentage symbol. So this means the rate of the population of world-class footballers decreased by 2 percentage points in the 2025-2026 season. So you can see the difference between percentage change and percentage point. Now let me show you a way how you can actually prevent Excel from sucking your percentage number format from here, so that you avoid that step of removing the percentage number format. So I'm going to click on this cell and do equals to, the current rate is going to be the rate in the current season, which is this one here, minus the previous rate, which is this one here. Now before we hit enter, since we already know that Excel is going to suck this percentage number format and apply it here, we're going to multiply our value by 100 from this step here before we even hit enter. So I'm going to click here, then open bracket, come here, close bracket, and then times 100. Now remember, we haven't even hit enter yet, but we are multiplying our value by 100. Watch what will happen when I hit enter. You can see it gives us negative 2%, but we have avoided that step of removing the percentage number format. So let's scroll down and we see some of the situations where you may need to use percentage points instead of percentage change. Now first, when you're comparing two percentages like 10% and 20%, that one I mean when your data are in percentages, then it's better for you to use percentage points than to use percentage change. Then secondly, if you don't want to compare the change to the initial value, then you can also use percentage points. And also, if you don't want to scare your audience with very big or very small numbers, then you can also use percentage point. Like for example, a change from 5% to 10% is an increase of 5 percentage points, but 100% increase. So it's better for you to say something like the death rate increased by 5 percentage points than to say it increased by 100%. Remember, we are talking about death rate. Then lastly, when you're comparing rates from two different places, then you can also use percentage points. Like for example, unemployment rate in country X is 3% and in country Y is 6%. So it's better for you to say unemployment rate in country Y is 3 percentage point higher than that of country X. So using percentage points in this particular case here may make more sense than using percentage change. Yeah, that is it for this particular video here. You need to be very careful not to confuse those two. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you found this video interesting, give it a like and then you share it with your friends. This is a video where we talked a lot about percentage change. You can click on it, then you go and watch it. Until next video, HM&S, video number 78, then we meet again. Thank you.